Hi there, I'm Angela Brown, and this is Ask a House Cleaner. This is a show where you get to ask a house cleaning question, and I get to help you find an answer. Okay, so today's question, here's a small disclaimer, is not from someone who wrote in or somebody who sent their message in. This is actually from a consulting client of mine, and after we had a conversation, she asked if I would share this information with you because she felt that it would benefit other house cleaners that have made the same mistake. And so I agreed that with her permission, I would share this with you. Okay, so her question is, I have a house cleaning customer that's going away on vacation for a week, and she's asked me if I would babysit for the week that they're going to be gone because I know their family really well. Should I say yes? Okay, that is not the real question, because the answer to that question is no, you should not. You run a house cleaning business, so you should not take a week off of your paid customers to go babysit for a week because you don't babysit. The problem that goes beyond this, and this is where I have a little bit of inside information, the problem is this. The house cleaner has become too friendly with the family. Somehow or another, she inserted herself into that family. She feels more appreciated at their house than she does at her own house. So when she goes home to her own kids just whine and cry and she doesn't get paid any money. But at these people's house, they pay money, they appreciate her, she feels valued, and she has inserted herself into that family. Okay, so that's awesome for a period of time. But then what happens is they started slowly taking advantage of her, how we do take advantage of our families. We get so comfortable that we then take advantage of the people we love the most. And so these people that she was considering her family got to a point where, they hit financial ruin. And so instead of being able to pay her on a regular schedule, they appreciated her. Oh man, we can't live without you. You still have to come. Can I give some stuff in exchange? So they did some barter and some trading. But what happened is this woman was giving her expensive shoes and expensive clothes that, she's a house cleaner. She doesn't go that many places that she needs the expensive shoes and the expensive clothes, and she wouldn't have bought them had it not been for the customer just giving them to her. So she wouldn't have bought them on her own. She didn't necessarily need those things. Another thing that gets a little bit sticky is in the process of the barter arrangement, there was no value that was created. And so it was never specified, oh, you will give me X amount of items in exchange for X amount of house cleaning. And so the scales on who gave what and what stuff was worth got really out of balance. And so this woman is like, well, you owe me more house cleaning because those shoes were more expensive. And then the house cleaner is like, I didn't want the shoes in the first place. But the house cleaner still had bills to pay, okay? So instead of just saying, hey, this deal is not working out any longer, now she started cleaning house and she's begrudging the house cleaning situation. It gets a little bit worse than that from this situation. While she was at the lady's house, they would chat. Nothing wrong with chatting, but they became free therapists to each other. And they would cry on each other's shoulders and they would, on and on and on. Well, the sad part of that is this. The woman still expected her to put in the hours that she was paid to work. So if she was there for an extra hour chatting, she had to make up that hour to this woman. So the lady could give her free shoes or something. It got weird. Then the weird part of it is when the house cleaner decided this relationship is really out of control and it's not healthy at all and I want to leave and go away, she couldn't leave for this reason. The woman had given her about 12 referrals, people in her network, neighbors and whatnot, that she knew that had hired this girl for house cleaning. So she felt like, oh my goodness, I'm trapped. If I fire this woman and I don't be her therapist and her, free house cleaner and all these things, she's going to tell her other friends and I lose 12 other accounts. So now she felt really trapped, like, what am I going to do? All right, so let's back up a step. It is really easy because as humans, we have this intrinsic built-in need. We want to be appreciated. We want people to love us and accept us for who we are. That's not weird. That's just normal, common human nature. And so when you find that with a customer, it's easy to place yourself in this family of these people. But guess what? You are not their family. You are not their family. you need to create boundaries. And when a customer says, oh, can you babysit my kids? The answer immediately should be, no, I don't babysit. That is not what I do. I clean houses. And the truth of the matter is, if she takes a week off of work, she still has a week worth of bills to pay. And so this woman, theoretically, needs to pay her the equivalent of what she was going to be making if she was out cleaning houses every day. Does that make sense? But because the woman is not paying her at all, she's just giving her expensive shoes and clothes and things that the house cleaner doesn't even need and probably can't use. It's a mess. It's a really big mess. And so sadly, she does need to cut ties. She needs to completely create new boundaries. And if she can't do that by reestablishing the boundaries and say, hey, listen, I just checked, this is not working for me. I need to be paid in cash. If I babysit your kids for the week, I need to be paid X amount of dollars that I would be making from house cleaning clients. If you can't meet that amount of money in cash, then the answer is no. I'm going to be forced to go out and take my regular house cleaning accounts. Now, if you take that job, that doesn't say anything at all for the other customers that you left stranded, that you are not taking their accounts now. What did you just do to all these other accounts? So it throws you in a bind and it gets really weird. So my suggestion is be friendly to your clients, but don't be family. You're not their family. You're a paid service provider. People pay you money for a service you provide. Okay? There's a give and a take. If you're only giving and there's nothing coming back, that's not a good business transaction. You're not part of your customers' families. And people say, well, but I work in my own neighborhood. How do I draw the line? I've been doing it for years. And so here's how I do it. When I show up at your house and I'm wearing my blue shirt and my blue khaki pants and my hair is up in a knot, guess what? I'm house cleaning. And so if I'm at your house and you want to ask me about anything in house cleaning, I have answers. I have solutions. I can fix your problems. I can clean your house. That's what I do. That's what you're paying me to do. And if I'm outside and my hair is down, I got a ball hat on and I'm wearing some old torn up jeans and I got scissors in my hands and I'm out clipping my rose bushes and you walk by with your dog, guess what? I'm your neighbor. I'm not in my house cleaning uniform, so I'm just your neighbor. And I'm having a cookout this afternoon. Why don't you come on over and we'll hang out and chat? If you're at my house while I'm cutting my rose bushes, or if you're at my house and we're having a cookout and you bring up house cleaning, I'm just listening. I'm your neighbor. I'm going to sit there and smile. I'm going to go, wow, that's interesting. And I'm not going to offer any ideas, advice, or suggestions. Because guess what? I'm not on the clock. You're not paying me right now. And so I'm just your neighbor. I'm just sitting here listening like a fly on the wall. Like, oh, hey, that's such an interesting topic. Do I have an opinion? Heck yeah. Am I going to share it with you right now? Nope. You're just my neighbor. And when I'm in my uniform again, I'm back to being your house cleaner. I am not your neighbor. So if you want to tell me about all the other stuff, don't do it on my business time, because now I'm your house cleaner. And you can really compartmentalize your life. You can keep things separate because you have to. You have to. You have your job and you have your personal life, and they are not the same. And when you mix business with pleasure, when you become the free therapist, and the sad part is this, if you are being paid for therapy, you'd be making a whole heck of a lot more money than you would be making as a house cleaner. So don't play free therapist. Don't let them play free therapist to you. You take your money and you go to a real therapist that's licensed and certified and can actually solve your problems. That's my suggestion. Anyway, let me get off my soapbox. I will let you get back to your day. And until I see you again, leave the world a cleaner place than when you found it.